Can you solo in Elder Scrolls Online? This question has popped up in quite a few of the live streams and across some of the videos I've been publishing over the past week since starting my Elder Scrolls Online journey into this complete gameplay walkthrough series that I've started as a new player who is playing this for the first time. Yes, you can play solo. I am playing the entirety of my journey solo. There are group-based activities that you can do in this game, but the way the game plays in 2025 is that the totality of the content that you can go forth and explore in terms of the storyline is soloable. Everything scales to your level, and there are optional dungeons and optional raids and activities that you could do. I understand the confusion or the misconception because when the game originally launched, some 10 years ago, it was marketed as an MMO. I think technically it still is marketed as an MMO. And back in the day, it used to be much more skewed towards group-based content than it is now, where the game is primarily designed for people like myself who want to play solo and single player to be able to jump in, quickly find things to do, and then if we decide we want to do group-based activities, we can. So I'm going to walk you guys through what I am experiencing so that you can understand as you get into Elder Scrolls Online if this is your first journey. If you're an old hand at this, awesome. You might find some information in this that will be useful. Plus, some of you may know a lot more than I know. I have dabbled in this game a couple of times in the past, but mostly I'm just playing it like I play all my other live service games, and I have a very supportive community who have given me lots of tips and hints and things to look forward to. So let's dive in. So first and foremost, the way the base game is set up is if you go into your quest journal when you first start playing the game, all your quests are going to be broken down into categories. You're going to have the main quest. You're going to have zone quests. Depending on where you start, you'll have a series of quests that you start. You'll go through the zone quest first. You'll make your way to the main quest. And then from there, you'll find lots of side quests. And you'll find dungeon quests. And you'll find all sorts of there's tons of quests. Thousands of quests in this game. Thousands of hours of questing in the game. And if you go through here and look at all of this stuff, this is all stuff that you can do on your own solo. And you look at the levels of these, they're all level 27. Everything scales. It didn't used to be like that. If I remember correctly, when this game first launched years and years ago, everything was level based. A lot of games have done this where they've moved towards level scaling. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. Was this I played this when it first came out on the PC with a friend for a few weeks. But it was so long ago, I'm pretty sure it was level-based back then. But I know these days it does level scaling, which means it doesn't matter where you go, everything is always on your level. So you don't have to worry about something being leveled beyond you or needing to grind levels to get somewhere. It's just pick a quest line, work on that quest line. Side quests tend to be shorter and can be completed in like 15, 20 minutes, maybe a little bit less. But anything that's going to be listed like as a main quest or a zone quest like Green Shade, Grotwood, or things from Ardorn. When there's zone quests in particular, those are usually a big, long quest chain, or there's some type of quest that leads to, like this one, the Staff of Magnus. It's a brand new zone story, and it tells you what it is. Zone story quest. This is a companion quest. Those tend to be very long quests that are part of quest chains, and all of those are soloable. Now outside of that, you can go into the activity finder, and this is where you're going to find things like group finders. So if you want to do groups, you can go to the group finder. You can set yourself up. You can actually see, this is the first time I've opened this up on this character. I could create a group, or I could find a group, and I could set my role. I'm a tank, healer, DPS. I could create a group. What am I looking for? I want to do a dungeon. I want to do an arena. I want to do a trial, infinite archive. Maybe you want to do PvP. Maybe you want to quest in a zone. There's lots of different things you can look at. You can set the difficulty, do a random dungeon or a specific dungeon, and then you can say whether or not you want to do it with 2 players or 4 players if you just want to do the regular dungeons. There are also raids in this game, but again, all of this stuff is like the optional stuff. This has nothing to do with like the main storyline of the game or the zones of the game. So the zones, all the zones have, like if we look at the map here really quick, we are in this zone right here, and I may not have uncovered any in this region. Oh yeah, like this up here. So like that's a dungeon, a delve, I think is what they're called. That right there is a delve. And I haven't uncovered all of them across this area, so quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. Essentially,
You call that speed?
each
I've
zone
seen dozing Argonians move faster
has a series of main quests for the region. You'll find side quests all throughout the region, and then you will also find dungeons or delves. Some of these things you could do, you can go in by yourself, but you can also choose to go do those with a group if you want to do those. And then if you get back into the world map, you start breaking things down. It's a big place. There's lots of things to do throughout Tamriel, lots of quests to do. The easiest way to think about this is just like Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Online is an online service game. So if you've played a Bethesda game like Fallout 76, you're familiar with this. But even if you haven't, if you've played World of Warcraft, Star Wars Republic, EverQuest 2, Lord of the Rings Online, any of those live service games, they are all designed in the modern era so that single players who play solo can jump into the game and play the entirety of the storyline. Dune Awakening just did it this way too. You can play the entirety of the storyline as a solo player. You can also do it with your friends if you want to. And then when you have finished the main quest lines, you can then branch off and start doing the optional online multiplayer content that is there as sort of like the icing on the cake. So even though this game is technically an MMO, and if we go down here, and it depends on the time of day if we see other players running around down here now. Like there's a player right there. Sometimes this center is more populated than others. Lots of PvP happening in the center of town from time to time. I don't remember where the center of town is at actually. Over here. Like fast travel over here. But depending on the time of the day, you find other players running around, but just because there's other players doesn't mean you have to group with them. They are just there as other people doing their own thing as well. There we go. Usually, I was going to say, usually there's some sort of PvP taking place here. Again, PvP is 100% optional. You have to choose to participate. Lots of duels going on and stuff here. There's an entire PvP zone. Cyrodiil, I think is what it's called, if you want to go participate in that kind of stuff. I don't. I play 100% by myself. I don't think I will, at the moment, I don't have any desire to do dungeons in this game. Nor do I have any desire to do like public events or any of the raids or anything like that. I'm here on my complete gameplay series just to experience all of the storyline content in a chronological order, and that's what we're doing in this series. We're streaming on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from around 4:30 a.m. Central on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok, and then those streams are getting cut into episodic format here on YouTube, and I'm also doing game guides and reviews and discussion videos along the way, like this one when I see people asking questions. So feel free to continue to ask questions. I will continue to produce videos around this playthrough, but yeah, you don't need a group in this game. You don't have to worry about other players. Other players cannot impact your gameplay whatsoever. The game is entirely soloable, so go out there, go forth, and have fun in the Elder Scrolls Online like I am. Hopefully I'll see you in game. Till next time, everybody, stay safe. Happy gaming.